Ripple grants 1 billion, 1 billion with a B, 1 billion XRP to Coil. Do we think it's going to be successful? Also, Banco Santander comes under fire, and it has to do with cryptocurrency. And one last thing, Ron Paul's at it again. He's calling out the Fednow, and it all starts right now. Chip here with the XRP Minute. Welcome from everybody from the Zoo chat. Zoo was awesome. Z-Bits was awesome tonight. Bones, Missing Malpass, and Bob Moneybags. But what a great show. I got so into the show, I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be streaming tonight. What the heck is going on? So I want to just go in. I always like to recognize first person in. First person in tonight is, who is it? Well, it's Gaming Crypto XRP. None other than Danny Torres said first. But Danny, you were not first. You were actually second, but that's because Gaming Crypto beat you. We have Tina Hall in here. We have CCC who says hello. We have SPO in here tonight. Comedian Carl Lewis. Ahmed Ali is in here. What's going on, Ahmed? And sorry about that, man. I got a tweet. I'm going to get you in the next tweet, man. I know I sent a tweet out. Peru Crypto, the tippiest tipper on the internet, period, right? There's nobody that tips better, man. He was also very generous in the previous stream, tipping 50 XRP to somebody who was keeping it positive. And that's awesome because, man, it's been a bloodbath the last couple days. It's just been blood city. We've been bleeding and cut up and throat punched, and it's just been incredible. But you know what? We keep our composure. Why? Because we're the community. We've been here before. We know how this goes. Some of us are filling our bags saying, will it hit 20? And I know that I think I saw Danny said that it went down to 0.23 last night. I was probably sleeping, took some cherry juice, and I was pretty much out. Who else did I miss here? Oh, XRP Angel Connie. Hello there. She's always so great with getting everybody to smash those thumbs up, which I always really appreciate. If you can tweet this out, could you tweet this out? Could I ask the favor? Could you tweet it out? Tweet it out. The more the merrier. We come in here. I love reading the comments. This is one of the things that I love to do in this community. This community is great. XRP Carolina, my man, what's going on? I just love this community so much. Kame USA, and I don't know if is it Kame? Is it Kame? I've been meaning to ask you that. Kame USA. Good evening, everyone, she says. And Ajax, otherwise known as Chris. Ajax is in the house. What's going on? Chris, dude, better start on time. Dude did not start on time. Why? Well, because I was seeing red. Not only seeing red in the market, but I was seeing red on my stream health. I don't know. Maybe it's not going well. I don't know. I checked it on my phone. It seemed to be going okay. Auburn Rain. Bam. Rain here. And who else? Did I mention Danny? Of course I mentioned Danny Torres. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm scrolling down the thing, and my computer is going really weirdly slow. What is Danny saying? I can't make an early stream on Fridays due to the work. Oh, I see that I'm buffering now. That's not good. Maybe I'm buffering. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buffering. It's weird. I go green, and then all of a sudden I go live. And you know how that happens. What's Ajax saying over here? Keeping an eye on you and Hodl and Chip. They're up to something. We are up to something. We are up to something. If you guys have been seeing the OTC, are you guys tired of it yet? Yeah, I've been doing this little promo for the OTC. What is OTC? Well, I've got some tremendous guesses. A lot of people have been guessing some interesting guesses. I think Rain was saying either on the couch or off the couch, and you're closer than you know and think. And somebody did actually guess it. I'm not going to tell you who, but when the reveal comes up, it's going to be, we're counting down less than 2 weeks. This will be revealed, and I can tell you, and I can let you in a little bit hints, it's going to be something great for the community because we love the community, right? It's a phenomenal community. That's what we want to do. What's up, KB? KB's up late. KB usually likes to take a little nightcap right around 7. Then he hits the bed around 7:05, 7:06. He's snoozing like a little baby. The fact that he's joining us tonight is extra special treat. What's up, KB? You know I'm only joking, but I like to jest a little bit, and that's I have to. Doc Callum is here. What's going on, Doc? How have you been? What's news with you? Like that intro music, Chip. XRP DT. Thanks. Yeah, I love a little surf music. You know what's funny is I actually cut that song into one continuous song. I cut it up, spent a lot of time on it. I've yet to put it live. Why? I don't know. I'm like, every time I think about when I'm going live, I'm like, there's like a little stop in there somewhere where it stops and it starts again. I don't know. It's something I've got to get to. What's T-Mac, XRP, hey all, what's up? Hey, what's going on? All is well. All is well, despite the fact that it's bloody out there. It's crazy out there. But some of us had an opportunity to fill our bags, right? And some of us were freaking out going, yeah, the one time it goes to 0.24, I'm like thin, I don't have any money to put in. So it's kind of a weird thing. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, when you're ready, it's up to 0.35. And, this is how it works for all of us. But hopefully you had a little bit to put in. And, when Jungle always says, the time to get in, time to buy. And again, this is not financial advice. And I'm not suggesting Jungle is a financial advisor, even though he's my personal advisor. Just kidding. That's the time, right? I know DAI says it all the time, right? When you're going to be doing it, it's not when everybody else is buying in, right? When did everybody get interested in Bitcoin? Not when it was at $3,300. Oh no, when it started climbing $5,000, $6,000, then people FOMO'd at $9,500, $10,000. Then everybody wants in. They're like, hey, I need to get into the play. I need to get in the game. I'm in the game. Yeah, some people got in the game last time and bought in 18 and 19,000. It hit 20 and then boom, explosion, right? But then everybody else is freaking out, and that was the sale of the century, right? So, anywho, yeah, 5 for $1 next. Listen, I mean, in a weird way, secretly, XRP DT, I have to say that I've been secretly, not wishing for it, but 5 for $1. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe none of us were there back in the day where you had a chance to get, for 20 cents, you could stack up on a couple hundred. But we, not all of us were there. So, yeah, 5 for $1, it's almost kind of like you have to purchase at that point, right? So, yeah, let's jump into this, guys. We got some news to get to. Let's do it. I got some excellent XRP news queued up for us tonight. Let's take a look. Let's go look at our screen here. There we go. So, this is an amazing story. I love this. So, Ripple's going to give away 1 billion XRP. Now, think about that. You're like a billion XRP. And in this article, they tell you that's worth $265 million because Ripple's at a low of 0.265, right? But just imagine it hits $1. That's $1 billion. Have you ever seen $1 billion in any venture capital? We talk about VC money. We always talk about where's the smart money going? Who's betting on what? Yeah, you might see huge rounds in a B or a C round. Once a company gets established, you might start seeing these 200-300, but $1 billion. What if XRP in the next year and a half hits $2-3? You're talking about $2 and $3 billion. This is insane. Do you think this Coil is going to be successful? And then Cinnamon. So I started uploading videos to Cinnamon. Cinnamon's the new platform. You can log in with your Coil. It's beta right now. I got to say that they've been extremely responsive. I really enjoyed the fact that I had a couple little things going on, and man, they were all over it. So I really like the team over there. I like what the team's doing. And, is it ready 100%? No, that's why it's called a beta. Beta means the bugs haven't been worked out yet. And, I think Gmail was in beta for like 3 years before they removed the beta from it. So it takes time to get this stuff worked out, especially on a large scale like that. And here's what I wanted to talk about. So where's this one? Yeah, 265. Now, here is something bizarre. Look at this. Spring. Yeah, so Spring, is the investment initiative. Beard said he's not been given any limit or minimum when it comes to investing. So, what's interesting is like how much? I mean, well, $1 billion XRP. I mean, I think all of us would be happy with, I don't know, 5,000 XRP, 10,000, 100,000 would be crazy. $1 billion is pretty insane. Yeah, so beyond Imgur, which they also gave money to, Cinnamon, Coil's also partnering with mobile browser startup called Puma. Now, I run Puma on my phone right now on iOS. You have to download another app to be able to download it, but they're uploading it every couple days they have a new upload, so they're doing a lot of development on that. And I have to say it's really nice because the problem with watching, if you're watching YouTube on your mobile phone and you have Coil, and I was in the Coil beta program, here's the problem. It's like you're watching content creators, people that I know and YouTubers that I watch all the time. I have Coil, they have Coil set up, and I'm not donating because a lot of times I'm watching on mobile. Well, Puma solves that issue. If you download the Puma, it's available for Android. You just go look on the Google Play Store, just type in Puma browser, or you have to, if you go to Puma browser on the internet, you have to download another program to be able to download the Puma browser. But it's a really phenomenal, it's really great because you're actually donating some money. So I wanted to let's get into a little bit of FOMO here, right? So Ripple will drop the point to zero, predicts a veteran. So Peter Brandt's at it again, saying that crypto's definitely going to drop to 20 cents. And Peter Brandt, remember when you called the drop of Dow to 4,000 on November 23rd, 2011? Whoa, someone's calling out Mr. Brandt, and you were wrong? Well, guess what? You're wrong again, and you will learn. Let me help you out for your next prediction. So, some people started calling him out on Twitter. I don't like spending a lot of time. This is a positive. We like to keep things positive around here, and positivity is what this is all about, right? First of all, let's talk about this graphic. I love it, number one, right? So look at Ripple right now. This is what the rest of the world sees, right? Let's just mini workshop this graphic because I just like it so much. This is Ripple. It's a little tiny, a little weakling, little arms, right? Oh, Ripple, Ripple has a software called XRP and nobody's going to adopt it. Oh, and it uses this centralized digital asset called XRP. Well, that's how people see it. But look what's going on with the shadow back here. That's what we know, right? This is what we know XRP to be. The big strong man. You see that big X, shining through? Look at those muscles. Two big guns right there, right? This is what we know. So this is what I like to talk about this. I don't really care about the headline here, but I go like, this is a great graphic right here, right? That's all I care about. What's going on, Spanish Fly? Spanish Fly is in the house. The Fly Girl's here. Who else jumped in when I wasn't looking? Bubba Snipes snuck in the back door. Was he married to Stephanie Seymour? That's good. I don't know about that. I don't know. You're going to have to do some confirmation on that, Shipes. I don't know. RTB Dutchie's here. Roy the Badass is in the house. You take note, AJ. Yeah, I love when he the Zoo chat was almost over and he comes in at the last minute and goes, what did I miss? I think he was in there the whole time. I just think he just maybe came in at the end, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Hard to know, really. KB's in the house, always graced by KB's prayer. Like I said, KB, usually in bed by 7:05, takes a little nightcap, and then he's in bed. No, just joking, obviously, KB. That's not really true. So look at this. I always like this blockchain stuff. So world's first public blockchain with secret contracts. Ooh, secret. It's a secret. I got a secret to tell you. I got a secret. I love these secrets, right? So issues with the public. So this is a pretty cool article. It basically says ever since cryptocurrencies got started, or soared in 2017, that's when we saw that big bull run of, XRP running up. We saw we also saw, Bitcoin hitting the $20,000. So this is a pretty cool article. A lot of times I don't jump into every bit of the article because they're too long. They take a long time. And you know what? This is a family stream, man. It's an XRP family stream. Sometimes this stuff's a lot of reading. It's complicated. The bottom line here is I like to put some articles that I come across that I think are pretty interesting. This is a really well put together article. References the Kinsley report about how blockchains will use private. So there's basically private blockchain when there's permission. It really depends. Like if you go here, Curis aims to create the first best of both worlds, right? So on the private side, and here you go again. It's a very good article. I'm going to link that down below. So if you want to go ahead and read into it, again, it's a long one. The bottom line, I can bottom line this all, the future's bright. Why? Because everything's moving to the blockchain, right? Every time we turn on a YouTuber, you turn on this, you tune in, and thank you for coming and stopping by and saying, hello, community. When you come in here and you take a look at stuff, look at every time. It's just crazy the amount of news, right? All of this stuff is good for the whole ecosystem. Like I've said before, you know, the BTC maxis would say we're going to destroy banks, and there would be only one. It's not Highlander, man. It's not like there can only be one. Nobody wants a stock market with one stock. How's the stock doing today? It's okay. It's up or it's down. I mean, there's flavors, right? Everyone connects with a different project. I've said this time and time again. That's what we have to look at. Z-Bits, you were awesome tonight, man. Z-Bits, you were great. I'm looking forward to you streaming again. You were great on the zoo earlier. Guys, if you didn't see the zoo, jump in and watch the replay of the zoo. Z-Bits was on there being interviewed by Kickboy Triple and also Bones. I know Bob Moneybags wasn't there tonight. And Malpass is traveling, I believe, so he didn't make it either. But really good interview. Really, I got so into it that I forgot I was streaming right after. That's how awesome it was. What else we have here? Bitcoin partners with crypto lending firm Celsius Network. You know, Jeff from How to Review did kind of a breakdown on Celsius the other night. And I just saw this bit of news today. What Bitcoin's going to do is they have a new partnership with Celsius. They're going to start using their lending and browser platform, and they're going to kind of put it in here. And checking out the tip bot. Look at this. 2 amazing tips from Auburn Rain. The 0.589. Thank you, Rain. Got 2 of them back to back. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Wait a minute. What's going on my phone? What's going on my phone over here? Okay. Yeah, here we go. So this is kind of cool. Again, I just brought this up because I saw that Celsius breakdown. If you didn't see that one, if you go back, I think it was 2 videos ago maybe. But maybe it was Saturday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. That's how we are. All we know is, like, do we have a green day or a red day? We've had a couple red, you know. We used to call it our favorite stable coin, and we were excited when it went to 0.32. Now 0.32 sounds amazing. I don't even know if somebody can throw in there. What's up, Omar? Omar is here. Where did my QR code go? That's a good question. I don't know where it is. It's probably on one of these other screens. Who knows? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere. It's somewhere, but just let me see. Is it this one? No. This one? No. I have all these. The problem is I started messing with this. I have all these screens set up now, and I don't know like which screen is which. I have them all. Look, I'm half there. What the heck is going on tonight? You see what happens, Omar? You ask a good question, and then I don't know what's going on. But maybe. Oh, here it is. Is that it? No. No, that's not. I don't even know. Where is it? That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't even remember. I guess I didn't realize it was actually gone. But apparently it's not there. So I don't know. Something happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, who knows? It's laying around. You can find me on the tip bot. I don't know. Rain probably has it programmed in there, right? So I love this. Ron Paul, Ron Paul is always hammering. No, I don't want to share it right now. I'm sharing it on a live stream, for heaven's sakes. So Ron Paul, every time he gets a chance to punch, actually I want to show his picture here. Every time he gets a chance to punch, he slams Fednow, right? Payment system encourages crypto competition. This is great. I mean, when we're looking at 2024 or whatever rollout date they said, but Ron Paul comes in, gets his digs. They call him muckraking former congressman from Texas. Yeah, his son is like not even anywhere near the kind of guy, his son's a little bit like, Ron Paul light. That's Rand Paul. He's a senator as well. But he, so he basically, I'm trying to look for the one quote here. Former Congressman, the Federal Reserve run real payment system will crowd out private alternatives, leaving consumers with one government run option for real-time payments. This will be bad for consumers and real-time entrepreneurs, but good for power-hungry Federal Reserve bureaucrats who will no doubt use Fednow or FedUp to help protect the Federal Reserve's fiat currency system from competition from cryptocurrencies. Well, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't ever see a time when they actually when is the government or like, even though they're not the government, but they're like, the Federal Reserve, a central bank. What are they going to create? Seriously, what have they created? If you know anything about them, they've been tweeting about a payment system for 4 or 5 years. And so far, they've got the big golden goose egg. They got nothing. They're dead. They're nothing. It's completely it's just like flatlined, right? So I don't expect anything here, but I do appreciate Ron Paul calling them out here. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What? St. Louis Fed President James Bullard has conflicting opinions on currency competition. According to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, competition in the marketplace is good for consumers and good for business. Competition from many different companies, and this is too press releasey, man. I can't even read this. This was like run out by a bunch of attorneys. I don't have time for that. Jay Vaught is in the house. What's up, Jay? Jay Vaught is here. Okay, now we start the stream. Now we can start. T-Mac says something that runs on Ripple, probably. Yeah, right. I'll tell you what right now, T-Mac, you are so on with that. Something that runs, they start hyping the system, the Fednow. Yeah, the Fednow is not creating anything, right? Everything good comes from the private sector. Everything, not that there haven't been programs or something the government's created, but they just create a lot of bureaucracy, which is what Ron Paul calls out here. I mean, let's face it, it's what kind of a payment system? They've been talking about it for 4 or 5 years now. I was going back in their tweets laughing about it. As a matter of fact, I think it was like 4 years ago on the last stream, I showed a tweet that Ripple, I guess they had written something in the Fednow, what was it called, Fednow, that they had linked to it 4 years ago. 4 years ago. They still got nothing, but now they have a press release. They have the press release, and the press release is out there. Kick Boy's in here. What's up, Kick? Great stream tonight, man. Fed hater. Yeah, well, come on, Kick. I'm a little bit of a Fed hater. I was hoping you'd come in here, man. It was a great stream tonight. Enjoyed seeing, Zbits was on there tonight. I'm looking forward to him streaming again. Let's get into our privacy segment. We like to talk about privacy on the XRP minute here, which has turned into an hour, which has turned into several hours. I wish I could do one of those mega streams that Digital Nomad Investor does. Like, he gets on there talking, and next thing you know, 4 hours later, you got to send out for takeout food. You got to, like, put the toothpicks in your eyes, because he goes on these... I'm like, after 40 minutes, I have to use the restroom. I don't know, because I'm drinking water all the time. It must be why. Always drinking the water, right? So, you saw that what happened to Apple, right? Apple came out, Siri, we have contractors. Okay, they're listening. Facebook had to admit, okay, we have contractors that are decoding, listening to stuff. Then who else came out? Amazon, right? They had to come out. So, Microsoft's sitting back in the boardroom going, they're going to call us on it. I mean, why don't we just come out, just come out there and say it. It's already been damaged. What bad can happen? So Microsoft admits. It's almost like they had tape over their mouth. They were going to stay silent, but since everybody else got busted in the space, you remember that, like in school, all your buddies got in trouble, and then you were like, you don't want to sit back against the wall and not say anything, but you're guilty as hell because you were involved. So you're like, I did it. Okay, I did it. I, took somebody's lunch. I don't know, whatever it might be. So the Daily Crunch is TechCrunch roundup of the biggest stories. So they basically came out and said that Microsoft tweaked. I love how they say tweaked. Tweaked means changed. Changed means busted, right? So they had to admit that humans, as opposed to what? Animals. Can animals hear? Is it like a dog whistle? This really vibrate. Humans, don't you like that? Humans. How about people, right? We don't want to humanize the story too much. We've admitted that humans may have heard some things. So this is what I was talking about. Like, one time, it's funny. Rain and I were we were just on a Skype call one time. We were talking back and forth, laughing. We're like, probably people are listening to this. We were joking around. Well, you know what, Rain? Somebody was listening to it, man. They were listening to us. So when I saw this originally, it was like Cortana. So I was like, okay, Cortana, that's their Siri product. That's, the Google product. But then I'm like, whoa, Skype. So Skype translator, Cortana audio. So contractors were listening to personal Skype conversations, probably ours, Rain, and probably everybody else's, right? We've had these, you talk to people on Skype. I don't use Skype as much anymore, and usually when I'm on there, like I was on the last stream, just hanging out, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ajax calls, and I took the call, and he didn't realize he was on the stream, which made for a pretty fun little moment. But I'm like, people are like, well, I'm not on. Don't worry about that, man. I don't use Facebook. Yeah, but we use WhatsApp. We use Instagram. It's all connected. It's all connected. Your privacy is being sold to the highest bidder. And that's just the way it is, right? Unless you take measures to sort of curtail that, so to speak. Yeah, to curtail it. What's going on in the chat? What's Rain saying? Yeah, it's getting ahead of the story. Bunch of bull. Oh, I censored that. Censored that. What else? Oh, what's KB? Thank you, man. Past your bedtime. Yeah, I know, man. I appreciate you jumping in here. The aliens wrote this. Says Zbits. Kickboy, my phone lights up listening to my convo every day. Yeah, I knew Facebook was tuning in because I'd see ads for certain stuff you said. You know what, Kick? That's something that I've been hearing so much. You're talking about something, next thing you know, boom, it's showing up, right? You know, it's one thing if you're searching the internet and Google will follow you around, right? They'll based on what you do, they'll retarget you. That's what it's called, retargeting. But the voice stuff has been happening a lot longer. It's just now they're getting busted for it. Yeah, so Kick's talking about going to the studio, cutting his new tune. He mentions the name of the song, which probably has nothing to do with anything. Next thing you know, he's on Facebook and boom, what is this all about, right? But that's exactly where we're at. So, you know, Fortnite, biggest game on the planet, you know, so the developer is basically hit with some privacy-fueled lawsuit. Where's the outrage? Well, there's not going to be a lot of outrage, right? Because people love the game. So gamers, you know, have been really hit with security breaches in the past. It's kind of goes along with the territory, but I think gamers are a little bit more forgiving. They're so much into the games. You know, there's a, you know, gaming's a little bit different. Gaming has a very social component. You know, you wear a headset, you can talk with other people. It's a very social one. Yeah, you can play a game like with Fortnite. You know, you're playing against 100 people in any given game, right? And they're constantly opening up. So you're basically trying to. So this is why I think they really don't have too much of like, because part of the thing is Epic's Games revenue comes from charges to credit cards and debit cards under its protection. So I think people are going to be a little bit more forgiving in other industries, especially gamers. So does anybody care? You know, here's a tweet: everybody trying to take down Epic Games. Like, these people are only after the money because of how successful Epic is, right? So it's funny, they come to their defense. And really, they come out smelling like a rose. Look, if you got a popular product, if you're running one of the more popular games out there today, you know, people are going to be a little bit more forgiving. But I think if it become pervasive or other things start happening, and then maybe people start looking. But at this point, you know, your Apples, your Amazons, you know, your Microsoft, IBMs of the world, you know, they've kind of, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been doing this for a long time. It's not the first time they've actually gone out there and done this. But with Fortnite, you know, well, yeah, the untouchable, I don't know about untouchable, but I think people are willing to look the other way just because Fortnite's so successful. Yeah, Google Assistant is always listening to every conversation. If you log into Google and then you go to your activity, you'll see something called log or something. Some of the combos are recorded there. Yeah, and you know what, Kick? You can actually now, I saw that you can actually opt out of logs. So they're not recording your logs, not storing your logs. They weren't supposed to be storing the logs. Turned out they were, so was Amazon. And this is the kind of thing that can happen, right? I mean, they're going to be, and again, you know, I say, you know, I was in a stream one time and I'm like, you know, I don't have one of these things. I don't have one of those Googles or the Apple. They all have them, right? The Amazon don't have it, but yeah, I do. Someone pointed out you have a phone, right? Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri, what's my name?
Okay.
Siri? Hey Siri, what's my name?
You're Steven, but you asked me to call you badass of the universe.
Damn right I did. Yeah, I asked Siri to call me badass of the universe because we already have RTB, which is Roy the Badass, but I wanted to be badass of the universe. So she, and you know, she always has to be coy like that. She can't just say yes, badass of the universe. She has to say, your name is Steven, but you asked me to call you that. Of course I have. Almost like she's blaming it on me. Can you just work with me? I mean, I want something, you know, some kind of fun here with Siri, right? Anywho, let's go at this. So Santander, something I also previewed on the intro here. So Santander, we've known them, you know, in the XRP community, friendly, right? Using this app to send cross-border payments. They're the darlings of XRP. Well, I see this story. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? So Santander denies blocking payments to Coinbase. So this is what we are getting with banks, right? I've heard Chase, I've heard Wells Fargo, in some cases Bank of America. The colleague of mine, his credit union stopped allowing payments to Coinbase, right? So now banks, you know, they're not in enough hot water with who they are. If you guys want to watch an awesome video, I highly recommend Oz Crypto. Did one, well, my morning, but his last 2 videos, he did 2 really back-to-back solid videos. He puts out amazing content, but he did one on banks. It's spot on. It's a short video, maybe it's 15 minutes long, but it is so right on. He pretty much nailed it, right? So banks, they can't piss you off any more than telling you where you're going to spend your money, right? It's your money. You want to buy, because what's next? Like, you go to the car dealership, I like to buy this used car cash. You're like, and all of a sudden, bloop, you've been denied. Oh, listen, man, we don't like Ford. We were just hoping you would buy, I don't know, GM. We were hoping that you would buy. This is how silly it's become. So anyway, the giant Spanish bank Santander has told the block it's not blocking users. We're not blocking them. Payments to Coinbase in response to allegations made by its UK clients. So this has been going around Reddit. They're complaining they can't spend their money on Coinbase. Now, I can see it 1 or 2, but this is starting to have a bunch of people come forward, right? So they kind of got busted because, the funny thing is that if it's 1 or 2 people, 3 people, maybe they don't know, but all you have to do is hit up the Reddits. You go on the Reddits start blowing up, boom. Who monitors Reddit? Publications called The Block. And all of a sudden it becomes a story. They reach out for some confirmation. One user told the Santander rep that the bank was blocking the customers from depositing money to the popular crypto exchange. Advised the user to move banks if they wish to continue using Coinbase. What? Can you imagine that? So it could have been some, errand sort of customer service, somebody out there, they're like, hey man, you don't like it? Pound sand. Go find another bank. Which, sometimes that happens if you're in customer service because you got to put up with nut jobs all day long. But still, it could have been something like that. But they came out and said, we do not block payments to legitimate companies. What? However, in certain circumstances, we will refer payments to the additional security checks. What does that mean exactly? And this was not the case. So on one hand, they're kind of saying, yes, we will block it based on certain companies. On the other hand, they're going, but now in this case, no, we didn't do it. So I was kind of surprised at that because, Santander was like the darling of the community. I was down in Chile and I saw them everywhere and I had to pop into one, just because it was like, hey man, Santander, I got to pop in here and look at this stuff. And what do? You look around, you see the red, you're done, you're out. It was pretty small. A pretty sort of what I looked down and read that. What are we talking about here, Cam A and Bubba? We got something going on. The 2.9 million square feet, the city's 4th largest building in terms of floor area as of 2014. What are we talking about? 111 8th Avenue? Is that the Googleplex? Is that the Googleplex? I've been to a party at that Googleplex. That is a city block. It's got massive power. Yeah, I think is that the Googleplex you're talking about? That whole block? Anyway, I've been to, back when I used to be in the real estate tech, I gotta admit, I've gone to some pretty cool startup parties. These guys, they know how to blow through money, man. I was at NerdWallet and they were up in San Francisco, and they've got a bar in there. Like a full-fledged bar. It's not open all the time. It's not like you just pop down like, hey, I'll meet you in the meeting as soon as I do 2 shots of tequila. It's nothing like that. It's more like a party space, but they have the long bar. They bring in all the food. They have it catered and stuff, and it was kind of crazy. And then it just turns back into a regular place, but it was a full bar. And I've been to some crazy parties, I have to say, by a lot of well-known .coms out there. And it's always fun because you always meet some cool people, and sometimes I've met some pretty high-profile VCs because they invite the VCs like, hey, yeah, we're spending money on a party, but hey, we're making money over here. So that's always a fun thing. What else do we have here? What do we have queued up here? My gosh, the time goes by so fast when we're together. Bubba Snipe says free snacks all day. Yeah, and I've gone to some incubators too. I was out in one in San Fran, and they said like, hey, you thirsty? I'm like, yeah. So they go to the kitchen, and we go to the kitchen, and it's just stocked with all kinds of not your normal stuff you see at the normal gas station. You pop in, you're fueling up your car, and then you pop in, you grab they have the same things everywhere, the same drinks. Now these were like exotic. I'm like, I've never heard of this before. What is this? I eventually was able to find it, at like a Whole Foods or something, but it was some good stuff. One time when I was down at Google, I was down at the Googleplex of Mountain View, was conducting some business. I left 2+ hours. I was driving down from San Francisco, and I thought I'd be able to rent a car pretty easily. Unfortunately, something happened where all 25 rental places were sold out, but I found one block from my hotel that had a nice, it was a convertible Mustang. So I drove down. I gave myself a little over 2 hours to make it. I was late for the meeting. They're like, "Are you coming?" I'm like, "I'm here." Of course, I had to park, like, they have like the first 2 rows that are reserved for, electric cars you can plug in. And so I park, I get out, and my gosh, what? I'm telling you, man, Google something else, the stuff they do inside there. I go inside, and I happened to walk through one building, and it was like, it reminded me like it was like a throwback, or like almost like an 80s type room, giant cassette tape painted on the wall and stuff. They wouldn't allow me to take photos, right? But because I was like wanting to snap some of this stuff. But anyway, some cool stuff that they had there. I went to the cafeteria. I've been to, back in the day when Yahoo was something, been to the, it's just amazing. The people go through, you can get any kind of food you want. And I said, "Hey, I saw these buses when I came in. What's going on out there? I noticed there's some employees." "Oh yeah, and what's today? Tuesday. Tuesdays we have haircut day." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah. There's this app. See this app? You can just set up a haircut, and then you just go, you get your haircut." I'm like, "What?" They have their own medical facility there with their own doctors. I mean, it really is something to see, man. It's pretty exciting, pretty cool. I enjoyed it, and I go like, "Hey, what are these rooms up here?" "Oh, these are the meditation rooms." "Well, what happens in there?" "When you need some quiet time." "Oh, right, because that's what I like to do when I'm working, need some quiet time." "Yeah, you just can go in there and meditate." I'm like, "Do you have to go at any time? What's going on over there?" "Oh, that's a yoga class." I was like, "Does anybody work here, man?" They go like, "Oh, yeah, we do. But, I guess it's a liberal place, man. You get to, as long as you get the work done. They used to have a program where 20% of your work time could be towards some personal project that, could eventually turn into a project, but Google owned it all. Well, it's rightfully so. I mean, you're working for them. Anyway, what the heck kind of a tangent did I get off on here today? Anyway, sharing some of that, sharing some of my experiences out in San Francisco. So now I've been following these stories for a long time. Z-Bits, I don't know if you follow this one, but I really like this a lot. They have these full exoskeletons, and I think eventually what it's going to do, they're, people that are confined to wheelchairs or at least are paralyzed, what they're doing is they're allowing them to walk. The technology's not there yet, but I thought this story was extremely cool here because they've got these shorts. And what's nice about these is, first of all, they don't have the massive hardware. Let me turn the sound down here. I don't want that playing through here. So I just want to, I'll play the video a little bit in the background here. I don't know if it'll play here, but what it helps you do, it assists you with walking, keeping you upright. You actually exert less power. So think about this going on a hike, a long run. And again, the center of mass is like an inverted pendulum. So there's a lot of benefit to this. Even in the running, there's assist mode. And then it's got a process in there that kind of counterbalances exactly what you're doing. So it's a lot easier on the running, your knees, the whole thing. I just want to strap one of these bad boys on and check this out because this is some really cool tech right here, and it doesn't look that terrible. I mean, you got the big thing on the back, but the whole exoskeleton being powered and offset, this is something pretty cool. Later in the video, they get into some hiking. What they did was they actually brought this outside, and they wanted to find out, how does it work in the natural? Yeah, if you work inside of a gym and a laboratory, everything works out fine, but you got a road here, a path, you have obstacles, and it fared pretty well in this type of an environment. So we're getting there. We're not there yet, but I think we're going to get there. This is really some cool developments here. Again, I always like to show some cool stuff. Hike around, what's up? Of course you love hiking, man. I'm so glad that I did a story. Now check this out. I showed you a graphic that I really liked early on when it was the XRP coin and he was like muscle man in the shadow, right? I don't know what's going on with this illustration, but I'm like looking at it, I'm like laughing. I'm like, what? Who on the editorial board says, you know what? Can you put together a Bitcoin spin and a basketball with a Maverick player in the background? Can you do that, please? I'm like, and I don't even know who number 9 is in the Mavs. Maybe you guys know. I don't know. I couldn't possibly tell who it is by looking at it. It's like, I don't even know. My gosh, it's a horrible illustration. I mean, it's creative in a sense, but I mean, holy cow. So the Mavericks are now accepting Bitcoin. So you send it on a Saturday, and by time game time comes around on Sunday, You're hoping that the settlements happen. I mean, this is kind of silly, right? Yeah, the Miami Dolphins are now the official team. They've officially endorsed Litecoin, and you can. By the way, my buddy's company, they endorsed his company too. You just pay them money, and then you become the official Miami Dolphins water, the official the Mavericks this. So I don't know how they're. I mean, I guess they're for season tickets. But imagine like you're trying to buy game time tickets and what happens. Yeah, so they're going to accept them. But again, who's actually going to use it? I don't know. It's a lot of great publicity out there. I don't know what actually ends up coming from it, to be honest with you. I have no clue. The iCoin IEO launched diamond mining powered by blockchain and AI. It's just there's no end to the possibilities out there. Investing in real diamond mining and using the proceeds to create a competitive market for iCoin International. It's cool to see precious metals. There's something I think called Gem, a coin. There's a lot of stuff that's cropping up around precious stones, precious metals. Everything's getting tokenized. Everybody, we're all tokenized. Humans, not people. Humans, they like to call them humans. We are humanoids. Humans will be tokenized, I guess, at some point. I guess we will be tokenized. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the time like, yeah, you blew out a kidney. Not a problem, man. We'll grow another one for you. Should be ready in about 48 hours. We'll grow it in a lab. So anyways, another cool story that I saw, just the whole idea that this stuff is coming is pretty incredible. What's going on in the chat? Ajax has a lot of... what again with a lot of question marks in there, and XRP Connie Angel one-upped Ajax, and she put in 3 times the amount of question marks. So when are we going to find out when Chip's OTC deal is? That's a good question. It's coming soon, and that's a really good question. OTC is coming soon. I know you've heard that, but for real. And Rain thought it was a joke. He's like, is this for real? It is for real. It's coming. It's I can say this without letting too much out. It's going to be for the community. It's something community-based. I'm hoping you guys will love it. I hope you'll love it. And if you hate it, you'll let me know, because that's what people like to do. They like to complain. They always tell me, hey, Chip, I like when you said this, but this was really dumb that you said that. And I like that too, because let me know in the comments. Come back. I like this. I didn't like that. It helps me refine, or at least it gives me a good laugh. Sometimes the haters come in. They when I used to do those, when I used to do the 3-minute videos, some guy came in and said, Chip, all you do is read, man. I'm not watching your videos. And I'm like, yeah, but I wrote it, man. I mean, write your own stuff. What do I want me to tell you? He's like, well, that's what I do. I read, man. You can read it yourself. I'll post the links. You come back, click on the articles, and, you have your own take. I mean, it's just one man's opinion, just guy named Chip. I mean, what do you want? So, what's Bubba Shipes? I hope it's funny. Well, it could be funny. I hope it's not too funny, but yeah. See, Zbitska has the spirit I want. OTC. Yeah, that's why if you click on the hashtag down with OTC, you'll get if you see that in the tweets, you'll see them all. And yeah, it's gonna be rolling out. There is an official. I can tell you this. I can share this with you. Do you want to know a secret? All right. Since Connie brought it up, thank you, Connie. No, there's going to be an official rollout video, right? Not a long one, not like a 5-minute job, not even 4 minutes. In the tradition of the XRP minute, it's like a minute long. But again, when that rolls out, we do the official launch. That will tell you exactly what it is. And I think it's, again, pretty cool. But, who knows? Sometimes I think something's good. Turns out to be really bad. Sometimes I'm like, that was dumb. And sometimes, this is how it is. You can't prejudge anything. You can't prejudge people. You just got to go with it, really. Yeah, what's the secret, Chip? XRP Carolina. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll tell you offline, okay? XRP Carolina. No, I can't do that. I'd love to, but I can't do that. But you will find out. You guys will be the first to know. I will make sure about that. And I don't know how to do that, but the rollout will be online, and talking about that date, when that date's going to be, but it's going to be within 2 weeks. So let's put it that way. But I love the fact you guys are embracing it, the fact you don't even know what it is, that you're talking about it, that you're retweeting it. I so appreciate that. I've always appreciated all of your support. When you support me, it blows me up. It's one of the things that you've got other things you could be doing. We come hang out together. We have a little bit of fun. We talk about stories. Sometimes our stories have nothing to do with it, but I like to do it in the tech. I like these tech stories, just stuff that I like or I find interesting. That's what we're talking about here. And then I wanted to talk about this Coinbase custody thing that Bubba brought up. Coinbase, I saw that he brought this up on the last stream, and I just was going out there looking at it, copied it in here. But this is kind of an interesting story because Xapo's institutional business, now they are, Coinbase is the world's largest crypto custodian. And you know they just did a deal for $3 billion. So think about this. When you think about their whole, I mean, can you imagine the amount of $3 billion in digital assets? This is getting pretty crazy. So we're crossing $7 billion in assets under custody. This is amazing, right? Coinbase. So, I mean, you know, Coinbase took some time to roll it out, but they are regulated. They are doing things right. We have our opinions about them, love them, hate them. But I will tell you something, you know, when people are getting started, and it's a lot for them to figure out. I'm like, if you want to start with an exchange, I always send them to Coinbase. Why? Because at least it's insured. At least I know that, hey, if something goes south, I know that they do cold storage. So at least, and they've got a track record, right? Not only that, but they have $7 billion in custody. That's silly. That's a silly number. $7 billion. That is a lot of money. So let's look at this. Can I make this bigger? Can I? I don't know. Can I? Apparently I can't. Sometimes I can do this with I guess I can blow it up here. Anyway, so if you look at the asset, look at this flat line right here, and then blah, 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 and then boom to the moon. And that was the. Why is the name eluding me right now? That was the last the $3 billion they did. It's probably in here somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Bubba, for pointing my attention to this story. This is another more and more big news. So what they've really done is they've established themselves as the leader in the space. That is what they're doing. They are the leaders, right? So another reason to, you know, if somebody's going to trust them with $3 billion of their, you know, and they did a 3-year deal. Who is this? My gosh. Gosh, and it eludes me. You guys can put it in there. You can get a pump for that shit to make it bigger than it is. Yeah, I'm going to see. Yeah. You know, sometimes when you read stuff, you don't realize you're... Why would you do this? I thought this was a PDF or something. Apparently it's not. Is it an image that I can make larger? No. Gosh, no. Anyway, there we go. There you go. Wow, it's all pixelated. Fantastic. But anyway, you can see throughout the year. I can't even make that out. May, June, July. Yeah, this is massive. First deposit. Huge. Huge. It's huge. And that's it. So I want to go through the chat one last time. RTB says hit the thumbs up twice, AJ. He loves it that much. Man, wow. RTB, Roy the Badass, thank you so much. For that, I'm going to give you a toast and a drink. Wow, I love that, man. So listen, here's the funny thing. So I go to Chile. Where's my GoPro? Sitting on my desk. Didn't bring it with me. Dumbest thing, but you know, I didn't bring my camera, didn't bring a lot of things, but you know what? My iPhone did everything, man. It was there, did it all, did all the things, you know, and I was really happy with that. Give away some OTC or OT coin. I like that, JVOD. JVOD, I think you're onto something. JVOD, first one to call it. First one to call it. I always call out the first. He's the first one to call it. The OT coin, right? Or the OTC OIN. How do we do that, Jay? Since you're the one suggesting it, man, I got to get your take on this. I want, you know, it's your idea here. Is it the OT coin or is it the OTC coin? Coin or OIN. I love the way it's written there, though. That's pretty cool. Carl Lewis says, don't burn the toast. OTC coin available in the USA. Yeah, I heard it's going to be a USA only token, and the rest of the world's going to be barred from it since we're so bad with crypto regulations. We want to feel like somebody, right? We'd be like, oh no, you can't get it out of here because we don't have regulations. Well, it probably won't even be able to exist here, but you probably have to move to Switzerland. We'll get some third-party company that's never heard of us before or ever heard from us to go ahead and regulate it. But I do know about Yeti Coin. Oh yes, Yeti Coin. Yeti Coin, rare and elusive. That's what I'll tell about Yeti Coin. So I want to thank y'all for coming. So we have Anthony Ajax Jackson. Will OTC Coin be on Binance US? No, man, it's going to be barred from that. Well, I don't know, it could be. OTC Coin pegged to the Yeti Coin? Ooh, Bubba Shice. Wow, man. Right at the end of the stream, we're starting to get interesting. Interesting. I love it, man. Oh, the OPP coin. What's the likelihood of a physical Yeti coin? The likelihood's actually pretty interesting. Some research has been done, but don't want to put out a fake coin, a goofy coin. It's all about use case, right? We always talk about the use case. Yeah. Talking about use case. OTC coin will be the power. RTB, man, putting me on the spot. All right, you made me laugh, man. You made me laugh. Oh, boy, wow. I'm going to go with no. Well, it could be. I mean, who knows, man? I mean, I don't know. It all depends if it's accepted. And it all matters. We want to have I saw that there's this meetup. Boo Boo was talking about it. XRP Boo Boo talking about this Manchester meetup. Guys, get me over to 1,000. I've got 90 to go. We got to give away some crypto, man. Some generous people in the community like RTB have donated some XRP. I want to give away stuff, man, but I'm 90 short of 1,000. We got to get there. I'm going to put a tweet out tomorrow. Just retweet it and just, because Boo Boo put out a tweet. She got 250 people. And I'm like, I don't need 250. Just give me 90. I'll take 80 and I'll work for the rest of it. I'll work for the donations, right? We don't need it all. I mean, just, we can get there. We can do it together, and I'll get to 1,000. So, man, we've been talking about 1,000 for, I was hovering at like 885 to 890 to 884. It's like people are coming in. It's like, yeah, I like them. No, I don't like them. Deleting, coming in. I was like, what's going on, man? I had a pretty good solid run up, but now we're starting to get steam again. Then I was off. I was taken off with a false copyright strike. So that kind of put a damper on the whole thing. It kind of slowed things down a little bit. And the Power Yeti, what is going on with this chat tonight, man? This is money all over the place. Look at in the Power Yeti. Man, I'm liking that, Jay. I'm liking this chat. Look at these ideas or subs. Click on the thumbs up, please, and thank you. Thank you so much. Connie, you really are an angel. You always come in here with the massive support. Always appreciate that. Rain's not even at 300. It's a Crimea River. Rain, we're going to get you up there, man. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Come on, man. How are you not over 300 yet? Doesn't make any sense. Cry you a river. You're funny, man. You guys are making me laugh tonight. I love it. Chips gets 90 subs by next Tuesday. Will tell us all the price of XRP by the end of the year. There you go, man. I'll give it to you straight. I will share my secret. I have a secret. It's on my phone. You get me to 1,000. I mean, I'm not going to be that guy. I could be that guy and say it's coming. If we do it, we'll do it together on the 1,000 show. I'll reveal special secret. It's special. Yeah, I could do that. And that does work for subs. It does work for people. I know, man. We're gonna do straight around here. Straight talk. We'll laugh. We'll have some fun. We'll talk about the Power Yeti. The OTC coin. This is the kind of stuff we talk about here. We're not going to be doing much FOMOing. And what's wrong with my glasses? My glasses are all bent up, so kind of weird. 296. Come on, guys. Is everyone on Rain? Can we get Rain to 300 right now? Can we do it? This is like a telethon. I'm staying on all night until we get him 4 more subs. Come on, guys. You know how to do it. Go to his name right there. Click on those 3 little dots next to it. Go to his channel and sub. If you're not subbed to Rain, guys, please go over and sub. We can get him to 300 together. Man, what an impact we can have, huh? Fellow XRP community member. He does the Friday night coveted 8 o'clock slot now. It used to be the 10 o'clock. He's come up with a better time at 8. So we're all trying to figure out the landscape here. Come on, guys, can we do that? Who in here is not subbed to Rain? Go and sub and see if we can get him there. If you want 18,000 subs, do a charity for kids, but never give it to him. Come on now. Come on. Hey now, Tina Hall. DI gave Boo Boo a shout out. Well, there you go. That's awesome, man. No wonder he blew up. DAI gave me a shout out once, and I got 6 subs. I was eternally grateful. It was awesome. He told people, go follow Chip, because I put out that video. This was the video that Congress, the community did for Congress. He goes, go follow him. But he didn't follow me. So I was like, dude, you can't tell people to go follow him. Then he'll notice you're not following him. So nobody would follow me, really. I mean, he's like, go give him a follow. He's a good dude. And then he didn't follow me. And I was like, brokenhearted, man. I was like, DAI, what is going on here, man? That's awesome that he gave a shout out. That's very cool. He's good at doing that, man. OTC, baby. The HODL review is here. I don't know, HODL, Jeff, you missed most of the stream. But, man, scroll up a little bit. There's some good stuff coming in here. The Power Yeti, the OT coin. Yeah, we're gonna have to write these names down and just track who's been, coming up with all this good stuff, man. Carl Lewis, Subway gave me a shout out. I got 2 subs. Oh wow, love it. 2 free subs, nice. Well done, well done. That is beautiful. Jeff on time. Chip just told us about OTC. I did not tell him all about it. Just a little bit. Just shared a big secret that it's for the community. 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 That's what we do here. Anyway, DA followed me. I was shocked. Well, XRP Carolina, I know why I followed you, man. You're awesome, number one. But DAI still not following me. Even though he told others to follow me, even though he gave me a shout out one time, nothing. And the only reason I was able to get on his radar is I had to go to Sean Schaefer, who's got like a secret alliance. He's got like a secret in. He's like in the secret group. And I'm like, listen, man, can you just do me one solid here? I just need to, can you just like put this in front of him? You don't even have to say like you have to talk. And he did. And I was super excited, except I didn't have a follow. And I was like, oh, I was a little bit hurt. That's all right. We'll get over it. It's not a big deal. DA follows XRP Connie Angel. Oh my gosh, why? Man, now you guys are making me feel horrible here. This is incredible. Wow. Suppose, has anybody else noticed Coinbase requiring new link to bank account using Plaid? No, I did not know that. I wonder why that is. Anybody run into that same issue? No? Don't know. But Jeff, thanks for coming at the end, man. Much appreciated. I tip my water to you, man. Thanks a lot, man. Hey, listen, so put in the good word for me. Maybe DA will follow me. I'm looking forward to 2020 and maybe a DAI follow. Who knows? I'm going to put a tweet out and say, guys, I'm going to the meetup in Manchester. I'm going to stream live, and I need 90 more. Think I'll get a shout out, man? I'm not, and all of a sudden, like at the last minute, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going, I really wanted to go, but I've got to reorganize all my boxes and cans and my shelves by alphabetical order, and it's going to take me the whole weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it, man, so it's going to be kind of bad. Anyway, what can I say? It's been an awesome stream. I appreciate everyone. We went a little bit longer than I expected, but when you're having fun, why stop the fun? But that's my take. What's yours? Chip?